The consortium's emergency session convened in the crystalline chambers of Velthar Station, floating in the neutral void between 7 civilized star systems. Jennifer Corso stood before the assembly of alien delegates, her hands clasped behind her back, her expression unreadable. She wore the simple gray uniform of Earth's diplomatic corps, but the weight of her species' future rested on her shoulders. "The humans," hissed the Krivax ambassador, its mantis-like form trembling with what Jennifer had learned to recognize as fear, "have turned a star into a weapon." Jennifer didn't deny it. She couldn't. 3 days ago, humanity had successfully tested the Helios Array, a network of satellites positioned around Sol that could focus the sun's energy into a coherent beam capable of vaporizing a moon-sized object at a distance of 2 light-years. The test had been conducted on an abandoned mining facility in the Kuiper Belt. The facility had ceased to exist in 0.3 seconds. Every species in the galaxy had noticed. "We did," Jennifer said calmly, "and we're prepared to demonstrate why this technology is not the threat you believe it to be." The chamber erupted in a cacophony of clicks, whistles, and electromagnetic pulses, the sounds of outrage in 17 different languages. Jennifer waited. She had expected this reaction. On Earth, in a bunker beneath the Swiss Alps, Kevin Martinez monitored the diplomatic feed while simultaneously running diagnostic checks on the Helios Array's control systems. He was 26, a prodigy in stellar mechanics, and the lead engineer on humanity's most controversial project. His fingers danced across holographic interfaces, tracking energy fluctuations across the solar collection grid. "How's it going up there?" asked Dr. Sarah Chen, his supervisor appearing at his shoulder. "About as well as you'd expect," Kevin replied, nodding toward the screen where Jennifer stood surrounded by hostile alien delegates. "They're terrified." "They should be," Chen said quietly. "We just proved we can weaponize the most abundant energy source in the universe. Every species out there is doing the math, realizing that any civilization with a star can build what we built." Kevin shook his head. "That's not the scary part. The scary part is that we built it in 18 months. They've had stellar collection technology for millennia and never thought to do this." "Because they're not human," Chen said. "They don't think like we do." At Velthar Station, Jennifer had finally managed to quiet the assembly. "I understand your concern," she said. "You see humanity as a young, aggressive species that has just acquired a weapon of unprecedented power. You're wondering what prevents us from turning Sol into a weapon aimed at your homeworlds." The Itha delegate, a being of pure energy contained within a magnetic field, pulsed with amber light, curiosity mixed with suspicion. "You speak of prevention as if such a thing exists, human. Your history is written in blood and conquest." Jennifer nodded. "You're right, humanity's past is violent. We fought wars over resources, territory, ideology. We nearly destroyed ourselves multiple times." She paused, letting her words sink in. "But that's precisely why we built the Helios Array." Confusion rippled through the chamber. 6 months ago," Jennifer continued, "our deep space monitoring stations detected an anomaly in the Proxima system. An artificial construct, origin unknown, harvesting energy from Proxima Centauri at an exponential rate. Within weeks, the star's output had decreased by 12%. The chamber fell silent. Every species present knew what that meant: star death, system collapse. "We reported this to the consortium," Jennifer said. "We were told that investigation teams would be dispatched. That was 5 months ago. The construct is still there. Proxima Centauri's output is now down by 37%. At current rates, that star will destabilize within 2 years." The Krivax ambassador's compound eyes dimmed. "The investigation teams were dispatched. They did not return." "Exactly," Jennifer said. "Whatever that construct is, it's hostile and it's spreading. 3 weeks ago, we detected similar energy signatures near Barnard's star and Tau Ceti. Humanity realized that we couldn't wait for the consortium to act. We had to develop a defensive capability, and we had to do it fast. On Earth, Kevin received an encrypted message from Jennifer. Prepare demonstration protocol Sigma. His heart rate increased as he initiated the sequence. This was the moment that would either save humanity's reputation or confirm every species' worst fears about them. "Dr. Chen," he called out, "we're going live." Chen moved to the command center's main display. "All stations, this is Control. Demonstration Protocol Sigma is active. All personnel to battle stations." It wasn't really a battle station scenario, but the terminology helped maintain focus. Kevin watched as the Helios Array's satellites realigned, their quantum processors calculating trajectories and energy distribution patterns. The beauty of the system was its precision. They could focus the sun's power with surgical accuracy or disperse it across vast areas. The destructive test had showcased the former. This demonstration would prove the latter. At Velthar Station, Jennifer activated a holographic display. "What I'm about to show you is happening in real time." The display showed the Proxima system. The alien construct was visible as a dark lattice wrapped around the star, siphoning energy through dimensional portals. It was beautiful in a terrifying way, like a spider's web made of neutronium and mathematics. Then, from 8 light-minutes away, a beam of concentrated solar energy lanced through space. Not the destructive coherent beam from the test, but something far more sophisticated. A pulse-modulated carrier wave encoded with terajoules of information and interference patterns. The construct's energy signature flickered. "We can't destroy it from this distance," Jennifer explained. "But the Helios Array isn't just a weapon, it's a tool. We've used it to disrupt the construct's energy harvesting mechanisms. We've bought Proxima Centauri time." Kevin watched the telemetry with satisfaction. The energy pulse had traveled faster than any conventional weapon, arriving at Proxima in minutes rather than the years a ship would take. The construct was adapting, but slowly. They'd successfully proven the concept. The ITHA delegate pulsed with blue light, understanding. "You built a weapon to fight an enemy we didn't know we had." "We built a tool," Jennifer corrected. "One that can be used for defense, for energy transmission, for long-range communication, or yes, for destruction if necessary. The same technology that could vaporize a planet can also save a star." The Krivak's ambassador's posture shifted, its fear trembling replaced by something else. "You humans. You saw a threat and created a solution in 18 months. A solution we, with our millennia of advancement, never conceived." "Because you think defensively," Kevin said through the comm link, his voice transmitted to the consortium chamber. "You build shields, barriers, safe zones. Humans think offensively. We turn everything into a potential weapon, not because we're warlike, but because we understand that the best defense is the ability to strike back." Jennifer picked up the thread. "We're not asking permission to keep the Helios Array. We're offering to share the technology to help other species build their own stellar defense networks. Because whatever those constructs are, they're not going to stop at Proxima." The chamber erupted again, but this time the tone was different. Debate, not panic. Calculation, not fear. Over the next 6 hours, Jennifer fielded questions, shared technical specifications, and negotiated terms. Kevin transmitted data packages to consortium scientists, demonstrating the array's non-military applications, energy beaming for ships, long-range stellar manipulation for terraforming, communication networks that operated at near-light speed. By the time the session ended, humanity had gone from being a potential galactic threat to an unexpected ally. 5 species had requested technical assistance in building their own arrays. 3 others wanted to send research teams to study Sol's implementation. The consortium had authorized a joint task force to investigate the constructs, with human stellar weaponry providing cover. Jennifer returned to Earth a week later, exhausted but victorious. She found Kievan in the control center, still running simulations. "We did it," she said. Kievan looked up, his eyes red from lack of sleep. "Did we, or did we just arm the galaxy?" "Maybe both," Jennifer admitted. "But we also gave them a fighting chance against something none of us understand yet. Those constructs are out there, harvesting stars. If we hadn't weaponized solar power, we'd all be sitting around waiting for the lights to go out." Kievan saved his work and stood. "The galaxy panicked when they saw what we built, but panic passes. What matters is what comes next." "What do you think comes next?" He smiled tiredly. "We find out what's building those constructs, and we teach it to be afraid of the light." Jennifer laughed, a sound of relief and residual tension. Humanity had turned its star into a weapon, and the galaxy had indeed panicked. But fear was a catalyst, not an endpoint. From that fear had come cooperation, understanding, and perhaps the beginning of a real defense against threats that lurked in the dark spaces between stars. The Helios array hummed silently in orbit, a crown of human ingenuity circling humanity's home star. It was a weapon. It was a tool. It was a promise that humanity would fight for survival, their own and everyone else's. In the end, that was the most human thing of all.